Hello, everyone. If you haven't seen from the title of the video or the thumbnail, it's true. And I'm sorry. Idols of Anime is shutting down. Now, some of you are just like, you've barely put up any content anyway. You just already disappeared. And you're right. There's a lot of reasons behind this decision, and hell, I was procrastinating just making this video. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Because it just puts this knot in my stomach. And yeah, the reasons are gonna sound a lot like excuses, and in a way they probably are. It's kind of my time for it. One of the things that really spurred this on was the original channel getting shut down by YouTube and failing to get it back. I mean, there was tons of emails. My husband went on this large rampage, and a bunch of fans even tried to message YouTube on my behalf, but it was no getting it. And a lot of those people who used to watch it never came back, and I had to restart from scratch everything. And from restarting from scratch, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to re-edit things, some of the old stuff to make it even better, and then I got overwhelmed. And I'm not saying I don't like idol anime anymore. I still watch it. Heck, I'm way into the new season of Idolish 7. I still haven't started 22/7, but I heard really a lot of good things. And there's stuff I haven't even tried yet that is on my queue, restage. And of course I'm looking forward to Zombieland Saga Season 2. Holy crap. I still love idol anime. But sometimes that love even gets discouraged. You guys, sometimes y'all don't see it or whatever. It's basically I get messages like, how could you like this type of stuff? How could you like idols when you're, also fight for women's rights and things like that? How can you be a feminist and like idols? How can you even... Idol stuff is shit. You're horrible for liking it. And yeah, you could just ignore those things, but it's when you get every now and then just more comments or emails, or even on some of my other social media like Tumblr, talking about how shitty I am for liking something. It's not even the media being shitty. You're allowed to think a piece of media is shitty. I mean, everyone hates something, and that's okay if you don't like something. Like Star Wars. The newest Star Wars. Don't like it, but that's okay. My friend thinks Last Jedi sucks. And that's okay. They have their opinion. But when you conflate something that people like with their entire being, one, you shouldn't do that to yourself because you're not the media you watch, but also you shouldn't just hate people because they like things that... things. A lot of people like some problematic media. And yeah, they're problematic. Yes, you can watch something and still criticize the horribleness of it. That's what I was really trying to do in episodes with Wake Up Girls. But still, I get those sort of comments even if I'm like that, and just attacks on me. And it's not just on comments on the channel. Like I said, it's on other social media or straight up emails to me. And it's horrible. And it just makes me hate myself even more than I do right now, shutting this down. Speaking of hating myself, now this might seem, not even having to do with anything. Just recently, late last year, I discovered I have ADHD. And I've been working with my therapist and psychiatrist about it. I'm not medicated yet. I've been pretty much unmedicated my whole life, honestly. And right now I'm in the middle of doing the next stage of testing for it, and then I'll be on medication for it. And yeah, a lot of the symptoms I live with every day. And at first, when I first found this out, I was like, oh yay, finally I know what's fucking wrong with me. I know why I'm kind of like this. But then you look back and think at yourself, oh, this is why I'm like this. I'm literally born this way and there's nothing I can do to help it. And part of the symptoms is, sometimes being flaky, sometimes not being able to do something. Like, there's half-written scripts for Idols of Anime that I just never finished or things like that, because it's hard to finish tasks, and two, I get very perfectionist over my work. And I try and make every new episode even better than the last in terms of editing or recording or jokes or insight or educationalness, intelligence. And I just couldn't hold up that standard anymore. And it's just started to be a weight on my shoulders, trying to make this content. And, then I just get overwhelmed and I can't. It's like decision paralysis. I learned that term from How to ADHD. Highly recommend that YouTube channel. Really taught me a lot about dealing with this. And a lot of those type of things is why the channel just started going down. From being discouraged when the original channel got shut down, when it was starting to get not big. I mean, I had less than 5,000 subscribers, but starting to get there, to all the bullshit people who say shit like horrible things to me and think I'm horrible for liking idols, to having a brain that just can't do anything. And lastly, this is more of a professional reason. I want to really get started on my art career. I mean, I had a art career as a freelancer. I went to art school. I've drawn my whole life. I do commissions. If you follow me on Twitter, you usually see my art and commissions. Same on Instagram. And I'm even made several print-on-demand shops with some of my work, so I can get it out there and try and make some passive income, because truth is, I really suck at everything. The only thing I think I have a future in doing is art, because it's the only thing I'm really good at. Because I can't see myself doing anything else, and everything else that I did try in those 2-3 years of quitting art and trying other things because I just didn't think it was working. Yeah, I found out I suck. But art is the thing I suck the less at in my life, let's put it that way. And I want to make an art channel that, I can also talk about art, do art on it, show my passion for it. And I've been learning a lot. I've been studying really hardcore on it last year. And yeah, you would think, but you've been to school for it. It's like, one, you never stop studying, even when you're done, quote, studying. Two, I was way behind because I just didn't draw for a long time. And three, it was hard for me even in school because of my ADHD. Not knowing I had it and being unmedicated for it. I was pretty much a failure of a student in all sorts of regards. But I really want to keep advancing my art skill. And I want to make an art channel. I don't think doing Idols of Anime was a waste of time, because I've learned a lot about, YouTube marketing, making title cards, editing video, learning a few tricks in After Effects. I learned a lot doing Idols of Anime. I don't regret this time of my life at all. It's just, I regret that it has to end on not even high note. It has to end on this dour note, and that it's unfinished, and that I just wanted to talk about every idol anime ever, because I really love this genre. And okay, on the last episode I was planning. I mean, I've been planning this way in advance. had this partially written out since 2017 of, you know, telling people why I wanted to do this and why I like idol anime so much. Because from its lyrics, its cuteness, and seeing these characters go against the odds just to perform, to make their art better. Their art is dancing. Their art is singing. For some, it's producing. What they do to make people happy is the type of life I wish I could have. Not as an idol, but my thing in life was I always wanted to make people happy with stuff I created. And I really do appreciate all of the messages from people who said, man, I love Idols of Anime. Idols of Anime really, made me feel better today after a hard day. Or people who were inspired by it to do their own takes with stuff. Like Erin Cerise did the whole Maho profile. And she said it was inspired from doing this. And yeah, she was the first person I told about this before the internet. Thank you for supporting me, Erin. It's really cool. And I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm starting to cry. Sorry. I don't know what else to say. I'm just sorry. I failed. I just wanted to celebrate anime genre I love, because I love anime, and I loved it since I was 14, and even though as some of my friends are starting to retire from the convention community and anime community, I don't think I ever will, because I will just find something new to do in it. Like when I went from attendee to volunteer to Artist Alley to panelist to Artist Alley to staffer to dealer to, I never ran. I was a guest a couple times. I never ran a convention, which I do not plan to ever in my life. That is so stressful. But I love anime and the community that it gave me. But also sometimes the community has a bad side. And as much as this made people happy doing Idols of Anime, it made people upset, and angry, and hate me. And I just can't. I say this is going to be fully quitting, but honestly it's kind of a soft close. I still want to finish putting together the compilation of the Pretty Rhythm episodes. The only reason why that's been off the table for a while is because I want to finish finally watching Pretty Rhythm Dear My Future, because someone finally finished the episodes, translating all the episodes. And I wonder did this little series have any effect on things? Did anyone even get into new anime because of it? Or did anyone find a new waifu? Or did someone pick up subbing something because there was no sub before? I don't know. I'm just failed. I failed you. I failed my Patreons. I failed my patrons. Honestly, to the patrons, I'm really sorry for this. There's been no content for a while. And I just didn't know. I don't know how to carry a Patreon or what to do with a Patreon. It'll be much easier for art because, I just can draw some freebies or some special things or some, behind the scenes art. I don't know how to do any of that with video. I shouldn't have started Patreon at all. I just really suck at handling one. I don't know what I'm doing. That's another thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm that stupid. And I'm really sorry that, it's 2020 and you guys, if anyone's even still looking at this channel, wondering, is there gonna be any more? Maybe. I don't want to make any promises, because sometimes I'll make promises at a certain deadline and I never make that deadline. I can't even make the own deadlines I make because That's how messed up I am. But maybe it's just a soft close. Maybe when I really feel that energy for it again, I'll just throw something out there. And I even named this channel Viga to Otagal because, one, it used to be my old anime fandom moniker online way back when I did the Otagal podcast. That was, holy crap, 13 years ago. Holy crap. Because I thought about making other type of anime content. But I just can't stick with it, and right now my passion is, well, my purpose I found is in making art. And right now I need to do something that I can actually try and survive with, because I am broke as hell. Got credit card debt, student loan debt, and I'm in the 3-digit negative on my account. That's how messed up it is right now for me. Anyway, I'm starting to just bitch about other shit. Point is, I'm really sorry that IOA is, I guess, soft canceled. And thank you, everyone. I sincerely thank you for watching, for sharing, those who've been supporting me since 2016, those who said, why doesn't this have more subscribers? Their content is great. I really appreciate that. And I hope you have, well, great year. And remember, idle anime is the best.